Good Tuesday evening, February 25th, and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Here are a few of the stories we have coming up for you tonight. A bucket full of rain Monday afternoon led to closures on nearly 30 rural roads in Grant County. A second suspect arrested in last summer's net nanny operation by state police has pleaded guilty to a prostitution charge. Expect sunshine and unseasonably mild weather the rest of this week and into this weekend. Your local forecast is coming up. A seat on the Eastmont School Board will open up this year after a board member announced last night he would not seek re-election. Jacob Burkhart told his fellow board members he will not seek another term during the February 24th board meeting, though did not specify a reason why. Burkhart secured his spot on the board after he ran unopposed during the November 2023 general election. Burkhart's seat is a 2-year at-large position. The filing period to declare candidacy for the position begins on May 5th. A bucket full of rain Monday afternoon led to closures on nearly 30 rural roads in Grant County. The County Public Works Department says the shutdowns affected 3 county roads north of Quincy, 6 roads northwest of Ephrata, 8 roads around Heartline, and 11 to the north and east of Moses Lake. All those routes were closed due to runoff damage after heavy rainfall recorded between 2:30 and 5:30 p.m. The county gave no estimated time for those roads to reopen. The Chelan County Board of Commissioners says it will draft a letter to respond to federal layoffs after former Forest Service employees and Valley residents brought up concerns in a recent meeting. Roughly 10% of the U.S. Forest Service's workforce was cut over President's Day weekend as part of the Trump administration's ongoing efforts to reduce the federal workforce. According to our media partner, the Wenatchee World, concerned citizens at the Monday meeting urged commissioners to uncover the impact these federal layoffs would have on the county. The commissioners agreed to draft a letter to the U.S. government seeking those answers.
Well, I agree with my 2 co-commissioners as well. I believe that a letter of support would probably be appropriate in a situation like this. It's not typical to take a resolution from the public and adopt any piece, part, or all of it, especially if it hasn't gone through the legal check as well. So at this point, we will push pause on a resolution number 1 and consider a letter number 2 in support for the federal workers in our communities, because we know that it does impact the communities greatly.
The city of Wenatchee says it will cost almost $260,000 to repair the stormwater pipe damaged in a major fire 3 weeks ago. The February 3rd fire torched and melted the plastic interior of a drain pipe running from Holly Street under the Apple Capitol Loop Trail. It's believed to have been started by a homeless person taking shelter in that culvert. Under an emergency repair agreement, the city would pay $259,300 to J&K Earthworks to replace the damaged 72-inch pipe and rebuild the outlet where stormwater flows to the Columbia River. The Wenatchee City Council will vote Thursday night on whether to approve the contract. The repair work is expected to start on March 3rd and take about 4 weeks to complete. When we come back, Fish and Wildlife Police are seeking those responsible for a pair of poached deer found shot north of Wenatchee. And the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society is once again hosting a campaign to crown a canine king and queen to appear in the 2025 Washington State Apple Blossom Grand Parade. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Caught in a conflict? Family? Workplace? Neighbor, business, housing disputes? Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center provides mediation services, a cost-effective and efficient way to provide a written resolution to disputes and issues. Plus, we offer mediation training and community education on conflict resolution and communication skills. Contact us to learn more.
Hey, hon, would you run this around to the wash rack?
Oh, okay.
Hey, hon, what happened?
They shrunk the truck.
The all-new mid-size Canyon is now available at Sangster Motors. Remember when you could afford to have fun on two wheels without breaking the bank? Maybe you started on a Honda Z50 or a Trail 70 or one of the most popular Hondas of all time, the Trail 90. Well, Honda and Doghouse Motorsports are making fun affordable again. Introducing the Honda Monkey, the Dax, and the new updated Trail 125, all featuring fuel-injected four-stroke engines with electric start. The best part of all, they are affordably priced under $5,000. Whether you're just getting started or you want to get back at it, Doghouse Motorsports has you covered.
Hey, welcome back to Save Mart. What can we help you find today?
We're looking for a mattress.
Oh, right this way. We got a large selection. We have this pillow top here.
Comfortable.
We have more to choose from down here. I think I have the perfect one over here for you.
I guess we'll take this one.
You'll find it at Save Mart. Full service at a low, low price.
A second suspect arrested in last summer's net nanny operation by state police has pleaded guilty to a prostitution charge. 50-year-old Mark Allen Ashmore of East Wenatchee entered a plea in Douglas County Court Monday to second-degree promoting prostitution and agreed to seek out alcoholism and sex offender treatment before he's sentenced 6 months from now. Ashmore was one of a dozen men arrested last July in a Washington State Patrol operation that used false online accounts to pose as minors and offer sex for money. Police say Ashmore responded to one such solicitation and was charged with 3 counts of communicating with a minor for immoral purposes. Prosecutors agreed to withdraw the sex crime charges if he completes treatment by the end of August. Another East Wenatchee defendant, Jacob Ryan C., pleaded guilty earlier this month to attempted indecent liberties and immoral communication. 10 other suspects still face trial in Chelan and Douglas counties. Fish and Wildlife Police are seeking those responsible for a pair of poached deer found shot north of Wenatchee. The 2 mule deer does were found February 4th at the public shooting range in Swakane Canyon. Both animals had been shot dead and left to waste. The Department of Fish and Wildlife says anyone with information about the incident is asked to contact its enforcement office. The easiest method is to text TIP 411 to share information or photos. Tips that lead to an arrest may yield a cash reward or bonus points for special permit hunting opportunities. The Wenatchee Valley Humane Society is once again hosting a campaign to crown a canine king and queen to appear in the 2025 Washington State Apple Blossom Grand Parade coming up on May 3rd. Last year's King Gambit and Queen Ms. Murphy represented the canine community quite regally, so the bar is high. Dog owners residing in either Chelan or Douglas County can nominate their furry friends right now on the Humane Society's website for $20 per entry before March 21st. Voting will take place March 31st through April 11th at $1 per vote before the royalty are officially announced on April 17th. The winning king and queen will receive an official crowning ceremony on April 19th. Coming up next in tonight's feature story, we will tell you about an adult 3D printing course at Wenatchee Valley Museum and Cultural Center. Sunny and warmer as we head to the end of the week and right into this weekend. I'll have your full local weather forecast coming up. That and much more still to come tonight. Please stay with us.
At Local Myth Pizza, we believe in real food, freshly prepared with only premium ingredients. Our cheeses are imported from Italy. Our sauces, dressings, and even our sausages are made in-house fresh daily. Featuring Northwest craft beers and 30 Chelan Valley wines and ciders. Family fun and amazing food. Eat local, drink local, and be local at Local Myth Pizza.
Come see why Sunset Magazine says you can't beat Local Myth Pizza.
Coming home should never be a chore. Let Merry Maids of Wenatchee customize all your cleaning needs. Weekly, bi-weekly, special occasion. Do you have a vacation home that needs cleaning? We clean them too. Locally owned and operated, let Merry Maids do the cleaning while you focus on your family and friends. Merry Maids has special offers to fit your budget. Request your free cleaning estimate today. 509-663-1710.
Your piece of land demands the very best equipment. Kubota equipment. The #1 selling compact tractor in the U.S. with professional grade mowers, versatile sidekick utility vehicles, and compact tractors that get it done right. All backed by unmatched dealer support. Talk to your dealer today to schedule a demo.
Hi, I'm Amanda Walden with A. Walden Insurance Group. Medicare can be overwhelming, but you don't have to figure it out alone. I've been helping people understand their Medicare options for over a decade. Medicare isn't a one-size-fits-all. I'll help you understand your coverage options so you can feel confident in your decisions. Let's find the right Medicare plan for you. Call me today or come and see me at my office located on South Chelan Avenue in Wenatchee between the YMCA and the Social Security office. I look forward to meeting you soon.
The Makerspace inside the Wenatchee Museum and Cultural Center has been the site of an adult 3D printing course for the last few Saturdays. The course is a series of 5 classes and prepares its graduates to volunteer with Kashmir-based Eastside Rebuild. In tonight's feature story, the class's instructor is retired Boeing engineer Mark Van Horn, who spoke to NCWLIFE News about the goals of the course and how it all got started.
My wife actually did some work here teaching classes in the summer, and the museum had a volunteer appreciation event, and they passed around a sign-up sheet for people that are interested in doing things, and one of the things on the list was doing 3D printing in the Makerspace, so I signed up, and a couple weeks later somebody called me, and so I had already developed a proposal for a course, and I worked with Jamie Johnson here on that, and they liked it, and it kind of started from there, and then we bought the machines, and I put together the curriculum, and we advertised it, and got a class going. So Eastside Rebuild is a organization in Kashmir, and one of the things they do, the first Wednesday of every month, they have a thing called a repair cafe, and so people in the community can bring in things that are broken. It can be any household item. They bring in apparel, and they have people with sewing machines. If you got a toaster or something like that that doesn't work, there's people that can do soldering and fix electrical stuff. So they wanted to add 3D printing as one of their capabilities. And so the guy that runs it came to my Rotary Club about a year ago and talked about what they do, and they mentioned 3D printing. So I spoke with them and said I'd be willing to help them get going. So I helped them pick the machine. So I went out there last fall and taught this same class to 4 of the people that are out there. And so what we're trying to do is to develop a partnership between Eastside Rebuild and the Wenatchee Museum, because we have machines, they have a machine, and partner just to be able to do more things for more people. Well, this is the 3rd of 5 classes. We teach 5 4-hour classes from 10 to 2 on Saturdays. And we do it for 4 hours so that you can really immerse in it. Each class builds upon the previous class, and so the expectation is that you would come to the first class and attend every class, and so far everybody has done that. 3D printing is a thing that's gaining a lot of traction in the manufacturing community. You can do things with 3D printing that you can't do with any other process. You can make parts with no tooling, so the cost is low. You can make one-of-a-kind type things or many things. You can customize it, you can personalize it. And so it's a really good thing to know, to be able to do stuff around your house. And it's also, in the industrial world, every manufacturing company in the world is doing something with 3D printing. If you take this class, what you'll learn is you'll gain an awareness for what the applications of 3D printing are. You'll understand the machines and the materials and the processes, and you'll gain actual hands-on experience designing and printing 3D parts. So I try to send somebody home with something they made every class, and really, get your hands into actually doing it. So it's a cool technology. It's a fun thing to know, and it's also a marketable skill. So it's a great class, and I just love doing this.
Time now for take a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Hope you had a fantastic Tuesday. Boy, did it warm up out there. Yeah, we had to deal with a little bit of wind, just a little here in Wenatchee. More wind in other locations, but our temperature well above normal this afternoon. Outside our weather window, the big expansive area around the Mattawa, Desert Air, and Hanford area. And you can see the camera's shaking a little bit, so it was windy down that way, but also some blue sky mixed with clouds there, and temperatures in the mid to upper 50s down that way. Not quite that warm here, but awfully nice. And as we move ahead, looking into the first week of March, it looks like our temperatures will be about normal as we head to the first week of March, maybe just slightly above. So really no big surprises there. And as far as precip goes, not much surprise there either. In fact, near normal for almost all of Washington. Maybe the Palouse and over into Spokane, a little bit above normal as we make our way into the first week of March, but all in all, a pretty normal start to the month of March. So I guess in like a lamb, and we will see that this weekend. Look at that high temperature today, 53 degrees. That's 7 degrees above where we should be. 46 is our normal high temperature. Still well below, though, our record high, 62, and that was set in 1995. 32 this morning, 29 is our normal low, and our record low, 6 degrees, and that was set in 1993. We picked up almost another 0.2 of an inch of rain yesterday. That now gets us to 1.27 inches since the 1st of January, and we're still about 0.4 below where we should be for this time of year. I looked last year on this date at our snowfall total. It's exactly the same as right now at 27 inches. Sunrise 6:48, and the sun sets at 5:41. Taking a look at our Wednesday temperature. It's going to be another nice one, slightly cooler tomorrow, less wind and not as much southwesterly flow. That'll keep our temps down just a little bit tomorrow. 52 in Moses Lake and Ephrata, 50 for Quincy, 46s from Wenatchee through Eniat up into Chelan and into Omak, mid-40s tomorrow for a high temperature in Leavenworth and in Cashmere. So pretty much a normal temperature day tomorrow. Tonight we can expect partly cloudy skies, gigantic area of low pressure off the coast, but this ridge of high pressure will deflect most of that energy into British Columbia, so we can expect partly cloudy skies tonight, lows around 30. For Wednesday, just some high clouds out there. We'll call it seasonal. Remember, our normal temperature is about 47. We'll be about 46 for a high on Wednesday, so not a bad midweek day. For Thursday, mostly sunny skies, high pressure in Utah, and another area of high pressure building off the British Columbia coast. Lots of sun as we get into Thursday with high temperatures warming back to around 50 degrees. And folks, good news is we're going to stay there. Friday, all kinds of sunshine to end our work week. Mild high temperatures with readings in the low 50s, maybe even mid 50s over in the Columbia Basin on Friday. And then for our March 1st on Saturday, as I mentioned, in like a lamb. Look at all of the sunshine. Very quiet, unseasonably mild on Saturday. Highs again above normal into those low 50s, and not much change as we get into Sunday. Maybe a few more clouds on Sunday. We'll get back to a more northwesterly flow, and as an area of low pressure slides across Canada, that's what will bring the clouds on Sunday. But we're sticking with those mild temperatures, readings into the low 50s again Sunday afternoon. And then by the end of our forecast on Monday, high pressure still in control, partly cloudy skies and nice with highs again in the low 50s. Here's your 7-day forecast. 31 overnight tonight, 46 tomorrow with some high clouds out there. And then look at this stretch. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, mostly sunny to sunny skies. High temperatures right around 50 degrees. For Sunday, mostly cloudy and 52. And by Monday, just nice for this time of year. Partly cloudy and mild with a high temperature then of 52 degrees. And that's a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
Good Tuesday to you. The Seattle Kraken wrap up a 4-game road trip tonight in St. Louis. Seattle is 2-4 so far for the month of February as they've seen their playoff hopes all but gone. Kraken trail Vancouver for the final wildcard playoff spot by 9 points with 22 games left to play. Blues and Kraken are underway at the Enterprise Center that is on Kong TV. Well, the Mariners used a 6-run 6th inning to erase a 7-1 deficit and beat Milwaukee yesterday 12-8. It was Seattle's second Cactus League victory of the spring as 3 players went deep to kick off the offense into high gear.
One of my favorite spring training phrases, get your work in.
Get your work in. Here's a swing and a drive deep to left field, out to the scoreboard, and goodbye baseball to the top of the berm in left. Mitch Haniger with his first home run of the spring, and that was a tee shot to the base of the video board out there that has his picture up there. Haniger with a blast, and the Mariners lead the Brewers 1-0 here in the top half of the second. That was a no-doubter.
Montez steps off his lead. Here's the pitch. Swung on a rip to center field. That is way back. It is on its way, and it is gone. Way out of here to center field. Windish, another blast. And the Mariners have taken the lead with one swing. It's 9-8 Mariners.
When this kid hits him, they go out to center field. A couple of days ago, he went out to center field over in Tempe in that wild game against the Angels. This one over the batter's side. 1-2 on Montez. The stretch and the pitch, swinging a high fly ball into center field and deep. Mitchell going back to the 1-8 track to the wall, and this one is gone. Goodbye baseball. Lazaro Montez with a 3-run home run off the batter's eye in straightaway center field. He pumps his fist around second, points out to the Mariners bullpen. Lazaro Montez with a 3-run drive. Holy smokes, and the Mariners now lead 12-8 over the Brewers.
Rick Rez and Gary Hill with the call on Mariners radio. Manager Dan Wilson was happy with the offense, but not so much with the defense as the M's committed 4 errors.
A lot of comeback today, but a lot of offense. Saw some pretty good pitching performances, sparingly, and a couple of missed chances in the field. But outside of that, boys really came. They swung the bat well, took advantage of some of their mistakes, and were able to tack on a lot of runs today. Good to see the ball leaving the ballpark, and Hanny not to be outdone by Hogan again, and then Laz at the end. Really swinging the bat. I think we're really seeing the positives of using that middle of the field approach, and guys really driving the ball that way out to the middle, and ball carrying really well today. I mean, he is so strong, and I think coming off his bat, I thought it had a chance right away, but really happy for him. What a great moment for him to get that first one here in one of these spring training games, and he's a guy with a lot of personality, a lot of life, and lots of smiles after that one.
Seattle's back in action against the Dodgers today and will face the Athletics coming up tomorrow. There are 2 matchups in men's college basketball tonight for Northwest teams. Washington continues its swing through the Midwest with a game at number 11 Wisconsin tonight. That's at 6 o'clock on the Peacock Network. Gonzaga is on the road at Santa Clara at 8 o'clock on the CBS Sports Network. 2 Wenatchee swimmers stood tall on the podium Saturday at the King County Aquatic Center. Ben Madsen and Aiden Grigsby helped the Panthers to an 8th place finish behind state 4A champion Issaquah. Madsen won the state title in the 100-yard backstroke and was second in the 50-yard freestyle. Teammate Aiden Grigsby took second in the 100-yard freestyle. Congratulations. 1 local prep basketball team plays a game tonight, and the rest will wait for the first round of the state tournament Friday and Saturday. Waterville Mansfield Shockers visit Sunnyside Christian in State 1B play-in action tonight. The winner of tonight's game will advance to the second round Friday against Garfield Palouse. That'll be in Cheney at 6 p.m. Waterville Mansfield girls face PL in the first round of the State 1B tournament. That'll be Saturday at noon at Wenatchee High School. Pateras Nannies will play Nia Bay at Mount Tahoma Saturday at 2 o'clock. 2B boys boys state tournament begins Friday for Okanagan as the Bulldogs face LaSalle at Wenatchee High School. That's at 8 p.m. Liberty Bell also plays at Wenatchee High Saturday at 6 against Mount Vernon Christian. Both those games are loser-out scenarios. Lake Roosevelt plays Colfax in Cheney Saturday night at 8 in the winner to quarterfinals, loser to the round of 12 game. Brewster girls face Mount Vernon Christian Saturday at 4 o'clock at Wenatchee High in a winner to the quarterfinals, loser to the round of 12. Okanagan faces a loser-out contest against Liberty, and that's at Central Valley High School Saturday at 4 o'clock in the State 2B girls tournament. The Chelan and Cashmere boys play close to home in the first round of the State 1A tournament. The Goats play Tenino Saturday morning at 10 at Wenatchee High School. The Bulldogs play La Center at Wenatchee Saturday afternoon at 2. Both those games are must-win to go home. The Cashmere girls drew Bellevue Christian for a first-round game in the State 1A girls tournament. Games will be played at Issaquah High School Friday night at 8 o'clock. If the Bulldogs win, they'll advance to the quarterfinals. If they lose, they'll enter the round of 12. Eastmont girls have to wait until Saturday night for their first-round game in the State 4A tournament. Wildcats will play the Meade Panthers at Central Valley High School at 6 o'clock in a loser-out contest. I know that's a lot to keep track of. So, for those who just want to watch some good basketball here locally, we got you covered at Wenatchee High School. There are a bunch of games to be able to watch. It'll start on Friday. Let's see, 2 games on Friday, 5 games on Saturday. Elmira Cooley Heartline boys face Acosta in the 1B tournament Friday at 6 p.m. That's followed by Okanagan and LaSalle boys at 2 in the 2B tournament. That's at 8 p.m. Chelan boys start things off Saturday morning at 10 against Tenino. That's followed by the Waterville Mansfield girls against PL. Cashmere and La Center face off at 2 o'clock in the boys tournament. Next up is Brewster and Mount Vernon Christian girls. Then at 6, the Liberty Bell and Mount Vernon Christian boys wrap up the action. That's all at Wenatchee High School. By the way, pay admission on Friday or pay admission on Saturday, and you can watch all the games. That's pretty cool. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom. Have a happy Tuesday.
And that will do it for our newscast tonight. For more news from around North Central Washington, you can find us at NCWLIFE.com, on our social media channels, or on our mobile app for iPhone and Android. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. Email us at news@NCWLIFE or just give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks so much for being with us, and have a great night.